No farts, only moans.
Look how big that sausage is.
You have to be my pretend girlfriend.
Attempting to make a piñata. This is a wet delivery.
This is a wet delivery. Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm
Gouda.
While she's working on opening our bubbles, we're trying something new on the Pizza Hut menu. They've hopped aboard the Beyond Meat train. Pizza Hut Beyond.
There we go.
There it is.
Sweet, sweet Secco.
Pour them up. It's been a long week already.
Time to eat.
Oh, wow. Seasonings.
Pizza Hut, nicely done. I watched some of the other videos this morning, people reviewing this, so I was getting really excited because thus far I've only seen positive things. Look how big that sausage is on here.
They didn't skimp on the sausage at all. I wonder how it would be with the white sauce. We might have to try that next time.
I think we will. We also, we just started like digging in. We also have stuffed garlic knots.
And we got ourselves their cookie, what's it called?
Hershey's cookie pizza.
Cookie pizza.
Chocolate chip cookie. So these are actually all new for us. I love that everyone's hopping on this trend.
Well, when they make it taste that good. And Beyond's one where, I don't think Beyond tastes as much like meat, but Impossible meat tastes a lot like actual meat.
The texture for Beyond Meats, it's a little bit of a dead giveaway.
Beet juice.
Pea protein.
It's all plant-based. I think the Impossible is the one that doesn't have any soy in it either, so.
This is excellent. We should have gotten extra cheese.
Agreed. And one with their white sauce. Does Pizza Hut still do the drizzles?
I know that you can probably get on there and just request them to put a barbecue sauce or a buffalo sauce drizzle.
Yeah.
And they'll probably do it for you, but it's not listed. So Goat is a genius. She just moved one of our lights a little bit higher, so now you can see the pizza in all of its glory. There might still be some shadows, but
it's a work in progress.
She did a good job. We're learning, guys. It's only video number 3, 4.
What is brighter? I mean, of course there's going to be shadows when I do that. But
how did I do that? Can I still see your beautiful face?
You almost decked me.
I know. What's everybody's plans for Thanksgiving? We're pescatarian, so our dad always makes scallops on Thanksgiving for us. It's pretty exciting. Little seafood feast.
He has become a shrimp genius, too. He grills raw shrimp on the grill and makes them taste amazing. Homemade Alfredo sauce. I mean, they're learning the ways of pescatarian life, and they've embraced it after 7 years of doing this.
Well, for us doing it.
Yeah.
They are very much still meat eaters.
Which is totally fine.
Oh my gosh, I can't even. This is so good.
Good cheese, too. I am a little sad we're out of ranch, though.
I feel like that has to go with the cheese.
I know. This is the OG Cheese Whiz, you guys. One time. It was so coagulated when I scooped it out of the jar. That thing was in the microwave for over 3 minutes. I mean, I paused it after 20 seconds and would stir it. But it was so coagulated.
And this bitch thick.
All right.
Did you guys know? So we used to work at Arby's. Did you know that the cheddar on their beef and cheddar, it's just cheese whiz. So you might be paying, you know, $1 extra.
It's cheese whiz.
But you gotta stay for the horsey sauce. This one.
I come for the beef. I stay for the horsey.
I got a good feeling about this one. Look how, it's just like the perfect point too. Look at that.
Oh, that's such a, that perfect.
That's a really pretty piece of pizza.
I'm gonna go for one of the stuffed garlic knots. Let's give it a whirl.
Mm.
Ooh.
It just, we haven't had sausage in so long. Well, the Dunkin' Donuts breakfast sandwich, but I think this is better.
I think this is better. So, for those of you who haven't tried these, this literally just tastes like Pizza Hut crust in a little pod with a little bit of cheese in it. It's good, but I don't really know if it's worth getting for a side.
That's what I always thought was funny about the Pizzone. I'm like, you just wanted more crust? Is that what you were telling Pizza Hut you wanted?
This sauce is good. Go get yourself a knot.
I'm ready. And it's sprinkled with Parmesan.
Okay. Guys, I don't know what happened with this one, but the amount of sausage is a little sad.
One fell.
I guess I touched it, so I guess I'll.
Could be a couple of these though.
The delivery driver was really nice. Did you click contactless delivery?
Yeah, because I thought you had to do that. I thought right now you have to do contactless.
That's fine. So I open the door, and he's down at the bottom of the stairs, smiling. Under the mask, I can tell he's smiling. I was like, oh! And I'm holding out dollar bills going, this is for you! And he goes, oh, okay, you can just set it on the stairs. It's all wet and raining outside.
I
And
meant
I'm
to
like,
put a Ziploc bag out there
okay.
with it. I totally
And
forgot.
I set it on the stairs, and he has the delivery sleeve too, so I take the pizzas out. I'm like, oh, this is a really wet delivery. Just take the money!
This is a wet delivery.
This is a wet delivery.
My box is moist.
It's quite damp.
Should have gotten a knife down here to, because if we dip the stuff's, yeah.
Gonna start falling.
The cookie thing had a knife in it.
I need to get back to the gym. Guys, the seasonal depression is already hitting, and we're not even halfway through November.
And it's still sunny outside, though. It's not really the weather. Maybe it's just the end of the year. Your ball hit me.
My moist meat touched her arm.
It's funny because the holiday season, it's like the happiest time of the year, but in a way, it's quite sad too, because you reach the end of the year going, okay, not everybody, but
I didn't really accomplish everything I set out to do.
Or half of what you set out to do.
or a quarter.
Last year we made it a goal to read, how many books? 20?
Last year it was 30.
30.
We dropped it to 25.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought we had set a goal again this year, but again, 2020 was just a weird year.
I had also set a goal to watch 10 K-dramas, and I've made it through 2.
I love these just random quantities of things we're trying. Like, this isn't going to help with society.
Well, it'll help you connect with fellow people who enjoy Korean dramas, and maybe the guys you meet will go, have you ever seen this Korean drama? And then it'll be like love.
It is a good way to connect with people. I'll give you that.
What are some Korean dramas that y'all have seen? My favorite that I've ever watched was Drinking Solo. I thought that one was really good. You loved every character.
That's a good one. 1% of something is good. I am a huge sucker for contractual relationships. Like, okay, you have to be my pretend girlfriend for 6 months and then it's over. For various reasons. I love those. Because of course then they end up falling in love.
It's so adorably predictable.
And tropes.
I know, and K-dramas just tend to follow the same formula a lot of the time. And we really just do watch the romance ones. I mean, there are tons of action ones and some sci-fi ones, but haven't really given those a chance yet. One of our friends really does like the action ones, though. Loris does.
Mm-hmm. Same with animes. One of the first animes we got into was Love Hina. We like the feel-good, lighthearted ones.
Slice of life. Was it Funimation who did that one? Who did the dub for that?
Probably.
You come across the same voice actors through so many of the dubs. You just go, I know who that is, because they sound exactly like that character.
Oh, look. Definitely Kagome. Definitely Kagome's voice. She's been around for a while.
Kagome!
Did anyone watch Toonami?
Tsunami's big one that we watched was Dragon Ball Z. But even that's kind of a blur right now.
Aldi was freaking out because we hadn't been there in a few days. But we did get our Burlwood Extra Dry Prosecco.
Extra dry.
It's extra dry. For Halloween this year, we got invited to 2 parties. For the one party, we got costumey with it. But for the second one, we weren't feeling.
We weren't feeling.
We were not feeling. So I got all of our belts from upstairs. I went into her closet. I went into my closet. And I safety pinned them across this top. I went as a belt rack.
It did look pretty good though. Very clever for last minute.
Yeah.
I went as a cosplay outfit I was never able to wear because we didn't end up going to the con that year. I went as Venonat. We'll show photos.
She looked pretty adorable. The little goggles were cute because it was like humanoid Venonat.
It was humanoid. I put everything together and like put the fluffy sleeves on.
Our first con ever, we went as Zim and Gur.
Oh,
Invader
those
Zim.
were very put together.
Who watched Invader Zim growing up? The worst episode. I can't go into full detail because
don't even talk about
we're
it.
eating. But there was the germ episode.
It was awful.
And if you've seen the Rugrats episode with the germ one, that one's a lot easier to stomach than Invader Zim's version.
Invader Zim made it a lot more hard. You had to look away for a second. Can you talk me off, Marty? Invader Zim was almost like the next step above Ren and Stimpy, which was also really disgusting. I love the log song. That got caught in my head last week. It's long.
It's long.
It's thick. It's heavy. It's good. It's long.
It's better than bad. It's good.
Everyone wants a log.
The Loaded Daddy.
This is so good. I think we were at a protein deficiency because I feel stronger. They really didn't skimp on that one.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You know, it's fatty enough, but I'm adding cheese.
Add some more cheese. Fake cheese. So we did Zim and Gur the first year. What did we do the second year?
Night 2, we went as the Weasley twins.
Oh,
Gender
yeah.
bent Fred and George.
Gender bent Fred and George.
You know what we should have done? One of us should have been like zombified.
I know. Rest in peace, Fred.
And rest in peace, George's ear.
It makes him look distinguished. I'm on book 5 right now. She's on 7.
I finally get to see what happens. Even though we've seen the movies, book 6 was pretty different than the 6th film.
Do you remember the 6th film?
A little bit.
You know what's the part that I remember? And I still haven't read the book, so maybe you know. The sleepover part? With the ice cream? Or was that totally just added to the movie?
Wait.
The sleepover.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Ice cream.
With the okay, so the professor has people over for like ice cream.
Well,
No, maybe it's
Well,
okay. Maybe it's not a sleepover, but they're hanging out kind of late.
no, it's a get together thing. That was Slughorn.
Yep.
Has a group of the students come over, but I don't think it's a sleepover.
I don't know why. I could have sworn he said sleepover in the movie, but
It's just
maybe
a
I'm
party.
wrong. Okay,
It's just a party.
I'm wrong. I'm wrong. That does sound really weird for a professor to invite his students to a sleepover.
Especially nowadays.
But I guess it depends on how hot they are. We've actually been watching non-stop YouTube videos about scary footage caught on security cams
Yes!
or little road trips and people filming stuff inside their house. One got me really good and I'm still kind of shook. The Nun.
That was so creepy.
This guy was in a chapel by himself at night looking around, and I showed most of the video and it was creepy looking anyway, but he's facing this wall and looking in the corner, and when he pans back to this glass door, there's this nun face looking in at him very creepily, and he just goes dashes out of there and runs back out to his car, and he looks back at the chapel just kind of catching his breath. There's something on the roof, the camera pans into that. Not sure what that was. And then he pans over against one of the windows again, and the nun's there watching him.
I hope it's real.
I
hope it's real.
She didn't hurt him, so I don't really care if it's real. She
Yeah.
didn't harm him.
I know so many of those things can be staged or edited, but I want to see a ghost so bad.
A nice one, not a mean one.
We go ghost hunting with our mom and her friends a few times a year. We went to a bed and breakfast that was apparently haunted. And I went upstairs and I was sitting in the hallway next to one of the coffee stations that had cookies and stuff on it in glass jars. And I hear a ding on one of the, sounded like someone had tapped the jar. So I'm looking over, I didn't really pay any attention to it. But of course, when you're ghost hunting, you go, oh, okay, is anyone there? It makes another noise. And so then I'm going, oh, maybe we do have somebody here. And I said, okay, tap once for yes, twice for no. Are you a good ghost? And it went ding on the thing. And again, you can't help but kind of go, okay, somebody could be messing with me. So I got up and I was walking around looking. I peeked in each of the rooms because our group was the only group staying there. There wasn't anybody else at that time. And
There was no one else there.
I'm pretty sure I asked it a couple more questions. Eventually it stopped and then everybody came upstairs. But I'm convinced I was talking to something not of this world. I'm convinced.
That little bed and breakfast has made a couple lists on some of Virginia's most haunted places. Near the top. So I wouldn't have been surprised. One of the other people that was ghost hunting with us said she heard a growl in the middle of the night too. And other than her, they're the only ones that experienced anything. Which makes you wonder, maybe ghosts just pick out certain people to mess with?
People say, oh, it's because of the trauma and the negativity. You'd think there'd be so many more, though.
Yeah.
Because there's been a lot of crises in this world. I'm surprised not every single one of us has experienced something paranormal.
Maybe.
They exist.
Maybe some people are ghosts for a long time, but others are only ghosts for a little bit.
Well, maybe. That's true.
That is an interesting thought.
It
If
is.
you're on your last leg, and you know you're going to die, but you also know for 6 months you get to be a ghost. You get to walk in on people. I'm going with there are no bars. You get to walk in on people naked, whoever you want. Walk through walls, fly, scare people. And if you're pranksters like us, that's fun. I'd scare all kinds of people. If you're not tied down to one place, you can finally travel to Europe. I mean, there's so much you could do as a ghost.
It's also interesting because you hear about the same types of things being done. Drawers opening, cabinets opening,
Light switches.
lights switching on and off, sometimes little things getting knocked over. But I've seen so many of those videos.
That's like a favorite. Maybe it's like only a few ghosts and they're doing all of it.
all these
Hey
years.
man, you know what we should do?
Love
Open some
peeking what this
drawers.
person bought from Kroger.
Let's jingle the spatula out of the jar again. I'll open the cabinets, you get the drawers. No, I want to walk in on him while he's sleeping. Growl in his ear. And there's so many, like, for noises, like little moans, creepy growls, they tap on the wall. I want it, like, there to be a really funny noise or a fart to where the ghost hunters can't even keep it together and just go,
How would a ghost fart?
EVP fart.
They ain't eating anything.
Well, they don't have voice boxes. How are they making noises? See, there's these weird rules.
But that's maybe the voice is part of your soul, but bodily functions are part of your body. Although
That's weird.
Guys, what are the rules?
There are rules.
What are the paranormal rules?
ghost rules.
No farts, only moans. Ghost fart.
You could only open your mouth, not your booty
No,
hole.
you better. You better clench everything else.
You know what else? Is that there's always ghosts in these big white dresses, women in these big white dresses. And I'm looking at that going, God, I hope we're not forced to be in these white dresses. I'm going to be a fat ghost. Can we wear like something black?
Ill-fitting ripped sweatpants, no bra.
I think I saw a ghost walk past giant in a tracksuit. Was that ghost wearing Uggs?
Where'd you
Oh
buy them?
God!
Where'd you get that color?
They're wearing an old ratted Mickey Mouse hoodie.
Have any of you ever used a Ouija board before? We used one a couple of times in college.
It was fun.
Well, we were young and stupid. It was fun, but it was stupid. That was the Zaza phone, where we had the little planchette, and it just kept going Z-A-Z-A-Z-A.
And
Every time.
we looked up on the internet too, and it's kind of this phenomenon of like a lot of people have experienced that too. There was Zaza and
Zozo.
Zozo,
Which is maybe...
the mom or
mom?
something. There's a story behind it, but it was fun bonding. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad nothing bad happened. I'm glad even if it's all mental, everybody's okay. Because it's, I don't know. The movie doesn't do it justice. Do you remember the movie?
It was garbage. We should have just walked out.
We could have made a better movie than that. How?
This is a good breakfast. We saw that whole cookie.
Ah, a lot of sugar. Oh
Oh yeah.
yeah.
The last slice of my pizza's prettier than your pizza.
No way, man. You got a Ripley.
Ooh, cheese swing.
Pizza Hut, you dirty dog, you.
I texted our vegetarian friend and said, guess what? Pizza Hut has Beyond Sausage now. And she writes back, "That's so bad." And I wrote back, "I thought you liked Beyond Meat. Why is that bad?" And she goes, "No, I meant it's bad for my thighs."
It is though. This is so good.
We have to use all the cheese. All the cheese.
This is the last bite for y'all.
You better take a big one.
It was pretty big.
I'll even give you so much for cheese.
Oh, we lost a
You
sausage.
lost the ball.
We lost a ball. There you go. Here you go.
There you go. Oh. Oh. Alright, question. Which pizza chain next? Not counting Little Caesars, do you think is going to take on the plant-based meat? Since Little Caesars already has it in select locations.
Probably Domino's.
And if it's in higher demand, more people are just going to go for it.
Maybe not CC's.
Can you even imagine Cece's being like, here's our Beyond Sausage Meat pizza with basil.
With basil.
Here's our ketchup and macaroni pizza.
Ugh. Their dessert pizza's pretty good though.
Here's our cardboard and packing peanuts pizza with a drizzle of fluffernutters.
We're doing a Secret Santa this year with our friends, and we're using this thing called Elfster. I understand using a little wish list thing to maybe give an idea of something that you might want, but I hope that when we get our Secret Santa, everybody doesn't just expect for that person to buy them something off their list, because that's not really fun.
Secret Santa's like surprising people and being like, look at this awesome gift you weren't expecting.
This reminded me of you, so I got it for you. Not, I need a new toaster and headbands and this bubble toy for my cat. Like, well,
I saw you wanted this tool belt. Here you go.
There you go.
Here's that exact tool belt you wanted.
How did you know?
It was on your way.
It was on your wish list at the top. I'd really like to think it's just some type of guideline. Like, okay, I know I'm listing this a specific thing, but I don't have to have that. Just interests. These are my interests.
Well, that's when I wish that it could just be something where you're forced to list 10 of your interests and you just write them down.
That's what I thought we were going to do.
Instead of specific things.
That would have been a little nice, a lot more open to interpretation.
We're going to have a lot of fun with our wrapping this year, too. Something every year we have noticed is that no one really does anything creative with the wrapping jobs. And so
There's no personalization
no
in the
personal
wrapping.
touch. Yeah. So we actually want to tailor the wrapping job to our
Whoever we
friends'
get. Yeah.
tastes as well. I was even thinking of attempting to make a piñata.
Wow.
I hope it's not hard. I really want to give it a try.
I can't wait. I can't wait to wrap it, let alone pick out the gift.
You're beating me.
I know.
Spittle.
Oh, doggies.
I need to get my flu shot.
Ew.
I know, that sounds so boring. Never mind, it's fine. I'll just do
Just
it like
risk
next
it.
year.
Just risk it like we have. Okay, we did get them last year. but
Maybe I just
think
won't
we
hang out with
skipped
anyone the rest of the year. So I don't have to go get it.
I got a lot. I gotta stop licking door handles.
It sounds like a fetish. It probably is.
You know when You go to the bank drive-through,
I'm like, sorry.
and the little box or tube comes down, and you put crap in there. I do that at work a lot because I deposit the checks, and whenever I get back, I'm just going, I wonder how many other people touched that tube today.
After scratching their butt.
Picking their nose,
Touching.
wiping their kids' snot off their face. I'm gonna be totally honest. Before COVID hit, I didn't really care. Like I would go, I'll wash them in a minute. But now, as soon as I'm done with the bank, I go for that hand sanitizer.
From the grocery store, after touching all the produce and cereal boxes and stuff, it doesn't even cross my mind. You know what I should do when I get home?
Wash my hands.
Freaking hands.
Instead of picking at my teeth.
Instead of making a sandwich. Spread a little mayo and there's a big layer of germs.
I got a little in there.
You got one on your finger.
Congratulations. Congratulations. You're gonna die a lot earlier than you're thinking. Are we ready to dig into this cookie pizza?
Go slice that mother.
My knife, please. My knife, please.
And I break it.
It is not soft like I thought it was gonna be.
You know what? It probably
Guys.
was 40 minutes ago. That's okay.
Oh God. How did they fare?
It's Pac-Man. Ooh, Pac-Man.
Waka,
That's not.
It's Dalmatian Pac-Man.
We'll have a Dalmatian.
Plantation.
This would be better warmer.
And with milk.
This is good. But
Guys, it's seriously toasty over here, and it's November. Ice cream joints can stay open well into December now. We'll see what happens.
what's that place that just opened up? Something Penguin?
Vampire Penguin. I'm pretty sure it's local to Richmond. I don't know where the first one was, but they're opening one up only like 3 minutes from my work.
We should check it out.
Yeah.
I think I like it a little better than the garlic knots.
I wasn't as impressed with those. I bit into it expecting there to be a big glob of cheese.
Yeah, and
There
I mean,
wasn't.
this is just a little sloppy. They couldn't even separate
It wasn't even
these.
garlicky. That chocolate is pretty euphoric, though. It would be really good with vanilla ice cream on top of it, though.
Mm-hmm.
So what were you thinking of making for Thanksgiving?
Maybe an eggplant dish.
Oh my God, yes.
I might grill it or something.
Mmm.
Or eggplant sliders. That'd be fun. What were you thinking?
Stuffed mushrooms. And probably another dish too. Remember that big crab pasta you made and Dad was like,
Girls, you made too much food.
You made that.
no, you made the crab pasta.
You made that.
I did?
Yeah.
I thought you did.
No, you made that.
I did?
Sometimes
I thought you
share
did.
mine. The huge glass casserole dish?
Yeah, I thought that was you.
No, that was you.
Ew, what did you make then?
Sometimes my mouth farts.
Here, you guys can have this part. There you go. Dig in.
You guys can have the 3-leaf clover version of garlic knots. I would give the Beyond Meat pizza an 8 out of 10.
I give it an 8 out of 10 as well. Lots of seasonings. I would totally go for that. The cookie pizza was good. If you have vanilla ice cream in your freezer,
Keep it.
and put it on top of it because that is a game changer.
Not as good with Secco. That's not the best pairing. And I thought Prosecco went with everything.
Just about everything.
Especially my crippling depression.
It does go with that.
All right, one final Swiggles.
Okay.
Well, friends, thank you for joining us in our review of Pizza Hut's new Beyond Meat pizza. Go get yourself some.
Have a good day and embrace your inner cheese.
Bye!